Welcome back to the Silence Challenge. Quietly, wisely, silence makes a case for dumbing the din of modern life and learning to listen again. It's a quote on the front cover of this book from Robert Macfarlane. The book is Silence in the Age of Noise by Erling Cargi. And today we are reading chapter 25. And we have reached the pinnacle of 4 minutes of silence. If you're new here and you haven't seen any of these videos and wondering what the heck is going on, please go back, scroll back through my videos and join at day 1, where we start gently with 30 seconds or 20 seconds. I can't remember what we started with now. We've slowly built up every single day, Monday through Friday, over the last few weeks to where we are today, which is 4 minutes. So after I've read this really short passage, it's a nice, cute, short book, we sit together in silence and we don't do anything. We don't distract ourselves with anything. We don't try to do anything. We don't try and silence our mind. We don't try and stop ourselves from moving or fidgeting, or we don't pick up anything to occupy ourselves. We just sit and see what happens. So that's what we're doing here. So today it is chapter 25. So sit back, get comfortable, take a breath, let it go. Contemporary music producers and artists have been criticised for piling sound effects onto every tune, never taking a chance on quieter moments, but I think the critics misunderstand a few things. Of course, a lot of silence goes missing from old hits whenever they are remastered for MP3s, and because everyone now listens to music on earphones, the soundscape is compromised and comes across as flatter. This is one of the reasons that vinyl sounds different. It is more dynamic, there are variations in volume. I do still have a record player and love playing my vinyls. I don't know about you. However, silence still exists in music, even in newer recordings. It has simply become slightly higher over the years. When a hit such as Diamonds by Rihanna was created, the producers began with silence. Well, they always begin with silence, according to them. First silence, and then components are painstakingly added. This first element, however, is the most important and also the most difficult. If too many instruments, ideas, and noises are layered in it, it's hard to make the song work. They held back with Diamonds, and the melody is a fine example of how using fewer elements allows the original ideas to emerge with greater clarity. Who else has got an urge to go and listen to Diamonds by Rihanna now? A lot of silence can be found in the intros of contemporary pop songs, which have longer build-ups than they used to. Before the arrival of what is known as the drop, that's the moment when the drums and the song's most important theme kicks in. We're like diamonds in the sky. Then things turn quiet again and the cycle repeats. It's just as elsewhere in life. To get an important point across, it's wise to introduce a pause before and after the crux. Our brains prefer contrasts. They become attentive whenever the soundscape changes and doze off when it remains monotone. If you listen to DJs in an arena, you'll hear 1 to 3 hours of build up and drop, build up and drop. When they increase the volume, use the dynamics, and the high pitches collide with my body, I am reminded that sound is something physical, something that moves through the air and can cause the venue to shake. Sound is air in motion. To bring out the bass, loudspeakers require a large surface area. There is a lot of air that has to be moved, while higher sounds require less surface area. The DJ may insert a beat or two of silence before the drop. This silence creates anticipation, a sense that something is about to happen. Or alternatively, he or she might play a blast of high frequency sound. The essential thing is the contrast between a little and a lot. And I think it's often called light and shade, isn't it? When singers are performing, if it's all just on one level, it doesn't make you feel anything. It works every time. Your brain is eager to tune in when the music is in a borderland where it can fluctuate. Suddenly it's quiet, a sound follows a soundless pause, or else you dance and wait for the tone to shift or the volume to change. It feels like your brain is expanding outwards. I'm surprised at the reflections and thoughts that suddenly arise in these moments. On the other hand, if the soundscape remains steady and predictable, then neural activity calms down. The brain is not being put to the test. So what do you think? I definitely resonate with a lot of that. I love music. Love dancing, loved going out to clubs back in the day, not so much anymore. But I definitely understand that kind of anticipatory pause, the kind of low hum or the high pitched sound, and then the change or a key change. I love a key change. So let's just see what happens today in our moments of silence. We're going to sit for 4 minutes. I'll mind the time. You don't have to do anything at all. Just commit. That's all you have to do. Commit to the time. Commit to staying here, waiting for the 4 minutes to elapse. And then get on with your day. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Maybe have a little stretch or a yawn. And then we will begin. That's the 4 minutes, guys. I don't know about you, but it did occur to me during that time, as someone that has a busy brain and that does tend to kind of overthink, there is an external silence-ish. Some background noise is obviously always going to be around in your environment, but it's the inner silence that is the most tricky. And when we do any kind of meditation, it's not that we're trying forcing the mind to stop thinking. We can't. It's going to like bubble and thoughts are going to come in, but it is an interesting concept, let's say, to try and cultivate a little silence here and there. We can do that by focusing the mind maybe on the breath, focusing it on something to kind of help alleviate the busyness of the mind. We can use different tools to do that. So yeah, let me know if that's an interesting thought to you. As you explore these longer silences, you might be noticing that it doesn't always feel as calming because the mind is busy. Yeah, let me know your experience today. Biggest takeaway, anything that you liked from the reading, what you felt during the silence. Drop a comment, let me know how it felt. Please do like the video before you leave and subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow along on TikTok. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week. Have a great bank holiday weekend. Bye for now.